Alright everyone, Next is here. And so as you can see, I've gotten my hands on a Galaxy S Infuse. Decided to kind of play around with it a little bit and let you guys know what I thought. Those of you who've been watching our main channel, We Are TMPG, would know that I do have an S1, I have a Galaxy Tab, and of course I have the S2. A little bit of a Samsung fan there or anything like that. Android, I guess you could say. I do like messing around with the phones, and I do find it's the most stable version of Android to date, so that's why I kind of like the Samsung phones.
Fanboy!
ignore that there. I am not a fanboy like some of the other people who have Apple. Anyways, aside from that, right? I got my hands on the Infuse, and I was like, okay, well, where does this phone kind of fall into the whole hierarchy of everything, right? Is it, a good alternative to the S2, a good alternative to the S1? Does it kind of fall in between? What's its pluses, minuses? So, kind of went the hands-on and wanted to let you guys know what I thought. And the first thing I'll tell you is, I think that nails it right on. It is like a Samsung Galaxy 1.5. It's better than the S1, certainly, much, much better. Has a lot of the features that the S2 has, but doesn't have everything, and for that, it falls short of the S2. So it is a good alternative if you don't have the money to get an S2, although by this point it's gone down in price and S3 is coming soon. But at the same time, too, right now I think on a term you can get it for like free or something like that at Rogers. Same thing with AT&T as well. So it's a good alternative if you want to get something like that. Now let's go first talk about a little bit of the form factor and compare it to the S2, mainly because I think it's closer to the S2 than it is to the S1. Now going around the side there, of course you have your power button and your sleep button there. You've got a 3.5mm jack going right over here. Along here, you've got your usual button controls for your volume and, if you zoom and things like that on the camera. And then you've got your charger and USB dongle over here. The back has got the 8-megapixel camera. This is, of course, one of the things that's definitely got above the S1. And you've got your LED flash. This is pretty much the exact same thing you get in the S2. So that's what you're seeing there. What I do like about this, kind of looking at the back of the phone, is aside from the kind of feel of it, it's got this kind of nicer feel than the S1, I think. The S1 feels kind of smooth. This one is not quite as smooth, but it also feels very, very sturdy. It's also got this kind of, I don't know, you could say kind of a rough carbon fiber-ish feel, if any of you felt carbon fiber. It's not carbon fiber, but it's got that kind of rough feel to it, so it is nice. In the back, you got the same 4.5-inch screen. You got a 1.3 megapixel camera here. The S2, of course, got a 2 megapixel camera. And other than that, pound for pound looks almost the same. Interestingly, it's actually a little bit lighter than the S2, but not by much. And only the most keenest of hands will be able to pick that up. Putting on the phone, you'll see that it operates, pretty much the same. I haven't put too much on here. I did put a few things on that I've taken off now just to kind of give you, more raw performance of it in itself. I will tell you that there is a slight delay and a slight lag. You do feel it. It's a 1.2 gigahertz single core processor as opposed to the 1.5 gigahertz dual core that is in the S2 LTE. So you do actually feel when I had a bunch of apps on here, you do actually feel the speed and it lag down a bit. The other thing to notice, because this is not LTE, you do notice a speed difference. I did do some speed tests with it, and it is considerably slower than the S2. So that does play a part in it as well. Aside from these few things I mentioned, the only other thing that you do really feel is the RAM in itself. This is 512 meg RAM, whereas the S2 is 1 gig RAM. So of course you see, pound for pound, it's got a better front-facing camera, same rear-facing camera, slightly lighter, which is a plus. It's a little bit slower, a little bit laggier, less RAM. At the end of the day, I can honestly tell you that if you're an S1 owner and you're looking to move to an S2, or even if you're on any platform looking to go to S2, or maybe thinking this is an alternative, it's going to be a pass, guys, because the S2 now has gone down in price. S3 is coming soon. You have the Note out there as well. There's no real need to go to this. The only real redeeming quality, of course, is the weight. Aside from that, it doesn't do anything better than the S2. So my verdict to you guys, don't worry with the phone. Don't bother with it.
What about the Android version?
What do you mean the Android version?
What Android version does it run?
Well, this actually runs it. Unofficially, you can get it up to Android 4.0. That's unofficially. Officially, AT&T's got 2.3.6 versus Rogers, which is this version, only goes to 2.3.3. So right off the bat, and there's no intention to move it above and beyond.
So what about the S2?
Well, the S2 will be 4.0 compatible very, very, very soon. There's a sigh of relief from some of you guys. Here's another reason why not to bother with this one. Again, at the end of the day, it's nice. It's a nice phone. It's alright. Again, if you want to pick it up for $0 for someone, other than that, though, don't bother, guys. S2, I think it's down. You can get it for $50 or $100 on the term if you really want to go with term. Even the outright purchase price is around the same. Get an S2, all right, guys. Meantime, or S3 around the corner. Maybe wait for that. See if you got the bank for it. That's where you go, all right? You guys, this is for Nexus. Take care. Have a good one.